Welcome to the yard, man. Raw and Breezy here back, man. We missed y'all, man. I hope you miss us, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got the preview coming up. We're going to do the recap of last week, get some picks in there, and tell you how we do it, man. Y'all know how we go, man. You know how we go. So, straight off the back, first game, man. Texas and Jets, man. The Jets win that game 21-13, man. Um, hey, I told you I saw something in Aaron. Okay? I saw something in Aaron in that game and I haven't seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand what we're going to talk about, what you may say about the Texans and what they're going through. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, like, I saw a killer instinct him again. And with Wilson making those catches, Devontae looked like he stepped back about 5-6 years. You saw he had dude like 3 yards. When that ball dropped out the sky, which was a perfect bucket, which was what Aaron does, that boy deep ball. So, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, you win a game like that against a contender, build off that, man. You got it. The talent is there. That defense is going to be there. I think that defense will play, and I hate to say this, but that defense will play as good as that offense plays. You get what I mean? As long as you're not putting them on short fields, as long as you're not putting them on the field too much, Sauce and them boys going to ball. So, hell of a win for the Jets, man. Hell of a win for the Jets.
Well, as far as Houston goes, I mean, we talked about it. CJ does not look good. I think the team itself is performing decent, but you're only as good as your leader. Mixon, hats off to him, balling out every game, very consistent. Just, I don't know, he looks really good, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But CJ, I really believe it's a sophomore slump for him. I know, I mean, he lost Nico, you can say that. I know he just lost Diggs. I think Diggs is out for the year. Nico will be back, I think, relatively soon. And it might be this coming week. So if that be the case, we'll see what happens then. I mean, he started off really well, because remember I mentioned beware of the sophomore slump. And he came out and looked really, really good, just how he did last year, and he took a step back. So we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, he'll make the playoffs, but he's got to get it together, or it's.
I mean, they're set up good, like you've said several times in the last week or so. Like, luckily, you know, the division they're in, and the game lead they have right now, they got some room for error.
Yeah.
So, all right, next game, Saints at Panthers. The Panthers take it 23-22 in the close one. New Orleans fans, man, I feel for you, dude. I really do. I feel for you almost as much as I feel for their head coach getting fired. That was up until we looked at the stats. I just reminded myself. Do you understand these people had 100 yards in penalties? 105 to be exact. Like, I lowballed when I said 100. Ain't that crazy? Like, that's bad coaching, man. That's bad coaching. I can't say anything else. But I will say this. Luckily, you got Alvin on extension, because if he was looking to move before he got it, he's got him. Other than that, man, Derek Carr, man, here we go again. It looks like, you know, Derek Carr is falling back to his fold, to who he is. You still got weapons. I mean, Olave is what? He just came back, didn't he?
Yeah, and then got knocked out.
And got knocked out again.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Saints, to start your season off the way you up until week 3 or 4, up until that point, man, y'all had Super Bowl contending hopes, man. At this point, it's almost like burn cell. Like, seriously, firehouse. Just burn the house down.
Now with Carolina, look, Bryce got another opportunity, and hey, a win's a win. It wasn't pretty by no means.
It's a W.
But hey, I mean, you played well. I think I could be wrong, but I don't think he turned the ball over. And that's a promising start.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So then you turn around and decide to get rid of the number 1 receiver. But hey, man, hats off to Bryce. Really, to especially a young kid going through what he's gone through, got benched for Dalton, number called again to come back out. He could have easily said the hell with y'all.
Yeah, fold it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he didn't. And yeah, man, it was just a good overall game, good win for them. Like you said, I
Right.
feel bad for saying something. I'm obviously gonna get into that, but it was a good win.
Yeah.
I did not expect it.
All right. Next game, Commanders at Giants. The Commanders win 27-22. Oh, we said it earlier. You said it earlier. We can't keep bragging about our prediction on the Commanders. We can't. We can't. It's at this point we sound redundant. At this point we sound like a bunch of kids. Like, yeah, it's not like we just beat up somebody and now we're gonna brag about it for the rest of the school year. All right, so we'll let it go. We'll let it go. But model of consistency. Him and Scary has chemistry.
Mhm.
You see them walking off the field together, and I swear it looks like McLaren's like, "Hey, did you think this was gonna happen?" It's like, and Jaden is just so humble. He's just so humble. He just smiles it all, put his arm around his shoulders, like, come along, let me show you where we're going. let me show you where we're going, because you gotta understand, Scary had the likes of playing with Sam Howell. You know what I mean? He played with them people, so. Man, it's good to see, man, Commander fans live it up, man. I was born in D.C. I love my people, but yeah, I was a Commander fan, but I know y'all loving it out there in D.C., man. All I'm saying is this: Dan Quinn and Cliff. I think it's a good tandem because Dan Quinn is a defensive coordinated mind. Cliff is a running gun. Dan is an attacker on defense. It's a match made in heaven. We already saw what Cliff could do with Kyler. I think we have him more consistent with a better head on his shoulder. I don't want to knock Kyler's work ethic because I never heard any knock on his work ethic. It's just that he's not consistent with his aggressiveness during gameplay. So I don't want to talk about his work ethic, but we know about Jaden's work ethic. You know what I mean? So I think it's a match made in heaven, dude. I think we're just beginning to see the start of some great things that's coming into Washington.
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. As far as the Giants, look, I mean, Jones is playing better than either one of us expected.
Yes.
Even in the loss, I understand they lost, I get it. But week in and week out, he has been playing well. I mean, division game, we expected it to be tight, which it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will say I have been impressed with their lines on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. Their defense as a whole isn't really that bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I believe in the future they can build off of.
Mm-hmm.
The $1 million question for them is Jones.
Got you.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like what I'm seeing this year. Will that continue? Now, obviously, obviously he's under contract for a while. Didn't they extend him or something?
Yeah, he's under contract for the rest of his life.
So,
yeah. Yeah.
So, that being said, then, if that be the case, if he's under contract for a while, you at least like to see the way he's playing now.
Yeah.
I will also, that running back, Tracy, if you have not seen him play, watch him play. Watch him play.
Okay.
He's getting to the point he's pretty much taking over the starting role, and he's putting up really good numbers. Catches out the backfield. He's a smaller guy.
Okay.
But he runs tough. He runs tough. So
Nice.
that's something to hang your hat on as well.
Yeah.
Neighbors, of course, we already know what he brings to the table. So the best thing I can say in comparison to how we started this whole thing was I like what I'm seeing.
They're better built than we thought.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, what do you want out of a winning team? You want a good run game. You just told me their running back was good.
Mm-hmm.
You want a number one wide receiver. You got Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You want to win in the trenches on both sides of the ball. And you said you was impressed with their offensive and defensive line. The question mark is at the most important part of the game, though.
Exactly.
It looks like they're right there,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand and I agree with you. DJ does look better than what we expected, but then I remember we're on year 6.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like this is the I understand the steady pace wins the race, but goddamn.
And still, even him playing better, playing good, I don't think it's good enough.
Yes, he's not the savior.
Yeah.
Right. I got you. Okay. Next game, Dolphins at Bills. Bills win 20. Bills win 27-30. Look, tough loss for the Dolphins, man. Tough loss because, like you said, man, you lose off a 61-yarder.
Mm-hmm.
You lose off a 61-yard field goal. We've already said before, no more shade will be thrown at Tua's direction. He's the fucking key to that fucking Mercedes. He is. Yes, they are built on speed, and they can't go anywhere without Tua in the driver's seat. He's made it very clear. I just think it's too late. They're too far behind the 8 ball. I don't think their defense is good enough to pull out some of these games that they're going to need in these cold weathers. And we already know how they are in cold weather. Like the beginning of the season when they get their wins, so they can take a little bit of a mishap or error later on in the season. They took too much of that at the beginning of the season with Tua going down. And I can't be mad because, like we said, I don't blame him for sitting down. Like you said, he got cleared a couple weeks before he actually started.
Right.
And I understand. Like, I'm not going to rush you back in. And I told you then that I think it's a business. I thought they would. I commend, Miami for not doing so. But I just think it's too late. That's a tough loss. But I agree with you. You touched on it earlier. You're going to get everything they got now. Every week. You're going to get a dogfight every week. Mm-hmm. We're going to see some things that we're probably not used to seeing from Miami in this cold weather. I'm looking forward to it. So, tough loss, though.
Yeah, definitely a tough loss. I really believed that they would pull it out because I don't care about the record. I'm not sold on Buffalo at all. I'm just not. Offensively, they're fine. They are. There's a lot of gaping holes in that defense. You can run on them. You can pass on them. You can QB sneak on them. You can do whatever the hell you want to do on that defense. And based upon how that division is broken down with the Jets struggling like nobody thought they would, the whole Dolphins situation, which we just touched on, chances of them making the postseason is pretty high. That is truly a one and done team to me. It really is. Unless you just want to get into these shootout battles week in, week out.
Right.
And, I mean, they could succeed doing that. I mean, you're starting Josh Allen and Keon Coleman and Shakir and James Cook running out the backfield. And, so I mean, they have the weapons to do it, but that's not. That's when you start questioning is too much being pushed on to Allen.
Right.
Then the turnovers start firing up. Then you're hindering your defense. It's already not that great.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean those are both teams I'm interested in moving forward.
Yeah.
Because the Dolphins are the Dolphins. I think they're going to be fun to watch. Very competitive. Buffalo, I just want to see how it pans out because I'm sitting there every week, like when's Allen going to have one of them games?
Yeah.
2 or 3 turnovers. Take a bad L that they shouldn't take.
Yep.
And we'll just see. We'll see. But it was a great game to watch.
Got you. All right. Next game, Chargers and Browns. Chargers take it 27-10. Hey, man, my admiration for Jim is what it is, man. I think this team has no business winning games. It is what it is. I'm just calling it like it is, Charger fans. Y'all have no business winning games, but Jim is a hell of a coach. But is this sustainable? Because I feel like everything has to go right. The time of possession got to go right. The turnover battle got to go right. the efficiency in passing. The run has to be efficient enough that the play action works. Like everything has to go right. If they have one of those quarters where something goes wrong or everything goes wrong, they're not a team that can come from behind. You get what I'm saying? And December football, January football, you're gonna have to play from behind in one of these games. You don't see teams going December to February blowing teams out. You rarely ever see it. So I think the last team that you might even saw, now you can't even say that because look at the Patriots when they were going undefeated. Look what the Giants did to them. And I even think the NFL has gotten even more competitive. That's why this season is so crazy. So I don't think it's sustainable. Like, hats off to Jim for what he's already put together. But it's just not enough to keep that fucking flow going. It's just not enough. You're going to run out of steam. You know what I'm saying? As soon as one of these teams jump up on you, 10-0, 14-0, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Or it's one of those games where the time of possession is way off and your opportunities are very low. I don't know what you do. So, I don't know. So, take the wins when you can get them. Because that's a win I think they should have. I think they're better than the Browns, obviously. with no matter who's quarterbacking them. That defense, we'll talk about it. But, yeah, good win for them. Good win for Jim and them boys.
Yeah, it was a great win for them. The Browns, I don't know, man. It's crazy because, you have the whole Deshaun effect. And then Jameis gets a shot. Balls out. Beats the Ravens. I'm like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that ain't going to fire a team up, I don't know what will at this point.
Right.
I mean, your division rival that's arguably the best team in the league coming to your house. You got Jameis just going to air the bitch out.
Right.
You beat them. So then the next game, you got the Chargers, which, like you said, shouldn't be getting dubs with how they play. Coming to your house. And you get spanked. And Jameis looked like freaking, I don't even know. Like Trey Lance.
Oh, shit.
He looked completely different than he did at Ravens game. At Ravens game, he was composed, made good decisions, run if he had to. This game, we had 3 picks at least.
Damn.
Yeah, they got 1 touchdown, but that was garbage time. When, defense is back in that prevent.
Yep.
That's all it was. You had no running game, which I really thought once Chubb came.
Yeah, right. I thought they would be the Texans situation. Chubb's gonna get his, but
Chubb ain't done a damn thing.
Damn.
Has not done anything.
Damn.
The only name that's still relevant is Garrett. Myles Garrett. Still getting, a sack or 2 every week. Pressuring the quarterback every week. But other than that, I mean, I know they already started wearing the paper bags over their heads.
Yeah, they're traveling with them too.
Yeah. But you're going to have to make sure you can't get a glimpse through that paper bag either.
No bullshit.
Double bag that shit.
Double bag.
Because it's ugly, man. It's
double
ugly.
bag that shit. All right, next game. Patriots at Titans. Your boys get it. Titans win 20-17. Look, man. Drake May don't look bad. He don't look bad. Almost like maybe if you've been giving him these reps from week 1, you might have something. I'm just saying. He don't look bad. Other than that, dude, all I can say really about the Patriots is you ain't got nothing nowhere else. Not really. The only thing you had was a run game, and now Stevenson. Can't hold on to the fucking ball.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's one of those. It's you've been in rebuild. You know what I'm saying, like, luckily, the luck you got a piece there. Like Drake may be something, man. I don't know if I'm rocking with Mayo too much longer though. He just looks.
Oh, the coach.
Yeah, the coach. Yeah, Mayo. I don't think he looks like he's comfortable running a team. He looks okay.
I just chime in real quick. I think, especially the fact that it's a team in complete rebuild mode.
This is what I'm saying. Which, you know, and honestly, some coaches would want that because you would get a certain certain leniency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I don't think I don't know. He doesn't seem comfortable running a whole team to me. Like, I can see him defensive coordinator. I can see him somewhere in that role. But I think right now you need a coach in there that has a resume of success to do what y'all need to get done. I mean, you're gonna have a good pick next year. You got a good quarterback. You got to revamp pretty much everything. You need some fucking wide receivers. You do. I mean, badly.
Oh, yeah.
Badly. I don't know what you're gonna do about that. But other than that, man, it's just go ahead and take this loss and look at the silver lining that's close to the overall pick. First overall pick.
Yeah, especially with Carolina getting it done.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's y'all won when Carolina won.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tennessee. Man, I'm almost bald. This team kills me, man. It didn't look bad. It didn't look great. We got a win, so I'm happy, of course. I still don't think I like Callahan. I do. I'm not calling for his head. I think he needs to have an offensive coordinator though. A first-time head coach. He's not doing well with the play calls. I like how Rudolph's playing in comparison to Levis because he does not turn the ball over. That's the main thing.
That's simple. Yeah.
I mean, we have a good enough defense, which, again, we're back to number one defensively and total defense.
Right.
We have a good enough defense. You just don't turn the ball over, and you're going to be competitive in every game. Pollard has ran the ball great for us. I mean, I believe that he's top 3 in the AFC. I don't know about overall. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's balling out now because he's being given opportunities.
Right.
So it's a good stepping stone to where I believe we can go. Now this season, it's pretty much, unless we ran the freaking table and had some things break our way, but
right.
Overall, I'll take the win. At this point, I'll simply take the win.
Right. All right. Next game, Cowboys at Falcons. Falcons win 27-21. Oh, Kurt look like he's having fun, man. He does. He has weapons galore. He finally got your boy Pitts. You've been wondering, what the hell? Hey, what the hell? Now you see it. Matchup problem no matter where you put him. And then you got your boy Drake, London. Hell, even now offensive coordinators dialing them up. I'm seeing wide open wide receivers.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? And maybe that's because you got weapons everywhere. Bijan running his ass off. Bijan is running hard. You know what I mean? Like, that offense looks real good. The offense looks powerful, man. It does. It looks like it can put up points against anybody. Okay? And like you said earlier before, there's no dominant defenses. And the way that offense is built, it looks like they can put up points against anybody. As that defense, it seems like they're starting to benefit from playing with the lead a lot. They don't look as bad. They didn't look like they're getting better. They're getting better week after week after week. Like, long ago, do I think about that game with Tampa Bay where, you know, they were going back and forth, back and forth. You know what I mean? Yeah, we know we have our judgment about the Cowboys offense, but CD is still there. You know, they still can score. They've shown at least that. It's just they can't do it when they need to, but they can score. But yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy. But one thing I will say, and I told you, man, is I wonder how long is Kirk gonna be able to stand back there like a fucking statue. I wonder how long it's gonna happen. But whether it be the sacks starting to pile up, or one good one that caused that injury. And now he's out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we like who's it, Penix, right? We like Penix behind him, but at the same time, you're still throwing them to the wolves. You don't want to do that to no rookie quarterback. You know, especially where they are, where they're the season is well in hand. Like they can actually make some noise. So if he comes in there like, yeah, you're expected to win ball games. it's not house money. At no point did you get that luxury that Bo got. Now, at one point, you ain't getting that. You need to get in here. You need to keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want that to happen. So I just hope that, I don't know, it's not like he's going to out of nowhere become mobile. But right. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm something to keep an eye on. Something to keep an eye on.
So good old Dallas. So CD went down. Dak went down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for Rush to come back in.
Cool.
And I think he about to make the front office in Dallas look real stupid.
Mm.
Gonna look real stupid.
Whatever do you mean by that, sir?
I mean, Cooper gonna come in and win ball games. And I don't have a clue what you're paying this man. But I know you're not paying a man $60 million a year.
No.
I know that. But I don't know. There's not too much to say. I mean, when your franchise quarterback's on the sideline saying we fucking suck.
Come on.
In the middle of a game.
Come on. I told you.
I mean, after a game, walk through the tunnel, telling people to jump off the bridge if they want to. Come on, man. Really though.
Really though.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that would gladly take CD.
What?
Gladly. I mean, you used to be damn near unbeatable at home. 0-3. You used to damn near run the table first half of the year. We 3-5, 3-6 now. Something like that. I know you had some injuries, I get it, but it don't matter. You have enough talent to win ball games against who you've taken L's to.
Yeah.
I still think not having a running game at all is killing them. It's killing them. It does not help matters. At least put it that way. Defense is not that great. So you have to put up crazy amounts of points, 30 plus, if you want a chance to win. And you're having to do that with Dak that just can't seem to do it. And I don't know why.
All right, next game.